So, it's been about, I'd say, a little over a month since my $1 million street fight with Kingpin. And I don't know what happened that night. I remember going out to the ring. I remember just the bell rang and I hit him with a forearm. And I remember up until that brainbuster onto the concrete, at that point, I was out for I don't know how long until I got up. It couldn't have been that long. I watched it back, and I was out for at least a few seconds there before I was able to actually refocus and get up and continue fighting. And after that, I had no memory of what had happened until after I watched it back on the tapes. So, I continued kicking the shit out of him. I powerbombed him through a Minitron. I smashed his face into an exposed turnbuckle over 60 times. I hit him with a Project Omega 630, a deep 6 plus 3 power bombs and a thumbtacks. And I was about to put him through a table and finally finish that match. All I see is a giant arm just clothesline me. It started to come back, and that's all I remember when I was watching those tapes. And then I saw who it was. You want to play this game, Alex? I can play this game. For those of you who don't know, me and Alex go back to 2016 in a small fed called the OWA. They only released, I believe, 4 or 5 pay-per-views. They were only a fed back in 2K16. And we were a team. Now more recently we were known as the High Flying Giants. Back then we were just known as the HFG. It didn't have a meaning. We were just 2 young superstars looking for an opportunity to shine, and we got it with their tag team tournament. To crown their first tag champs, we were in the finals. And the same thing that happened on NGR happened then. I turn around, giant clothesline from the bastard Alex. The so-called big guy, the so-called blacksmith, turns his back on his own tag partner. And then we spent months and months going at it. And he beat me. Time and time again. Shortly after that, we both decided to leave OWA and move on. He had lost interest in wrestling, and I had lost interest in the Federation and online Fed as a whole for a little while, back until July of last year. I became a manager in a interactive universe, not really a whole Fed, called the SWF. And I decided after that I was gonna return to in-ring doing matches, and I started out obviously NGR Opportunity. I took on Hiroshi Takagi. Don't mind me if I'm saying the name wrong. That was a great match. All respect in the world to him. I would love to have a rematch someday so we can see a definitive winner, because he did beat me by a roll-up. Although, who knows if that'll ever happen. Obviously, I was in other places. The WWWN, the Worldwide Wrestling Network, was my other home promotion. And me and Alex started off as a tag team. We wanted to come back together, try to finally win some tag gold. We had made up since his attack back in 2016. We wanted to try it, and we made it to their pay-per-view, the Krampus Night and we were in a fatal 4-way for the tag team titles. And, well, that didn't go as planned, to say the least. And shortly after, I was in a match with the World Wide Wrestling Network heavyweight champion at the time, Simon Sullivan. That was the biggest match of my career up until that point. And guess who came out and ruined it all? Good old Alex. You know, and that led to a 4-way for their on-demand title, which I won. That's the only singles title that I've held for more than a week, and that didn't even go that long. And of course, all of these moments involved Alex, because it seems he's only relevant when he's either feuding with me or teaming with me. Think about it, the only title he's ever won was the Project Breakout Tag Team titles with me. And now I'm on Inferno and he's still in Project Breakout. Lost in the shuffle. I don't know what's the future holds for him, but I know what I'm doing on Inferno. And if I see him on Inferno after the attack on Warfare, it's done. You'll never see the High Flying Giants as a team again. I am done with the backstabbing, the constant ego that you guys don't get to see on the shows or hear. I'm tired of all the... I'm tired of dealing with this fucker. And it's gonna end. You saw at the end of Warfare, after I was screwed out of that match, the British Lanterns, who we thought had broke up, but they decided to come together one last time to take out a common enemy. And we did. That triple powerbomb the Kingpin was just the beginning. This is war against those two bastards. Opportunity, Byron was screwed out of his match against Kingpin. Had to take brass knucks to win. And then, Vice Murder. Backstage, Kingpin was talking trash as usual. Well, a fight started. We had to be pulled away by security. I was in a jail cell that entire night until the next day. Luckily, I had some connections. Thanks for that, Christian. Warfare, me, Kingpin, $1 Million street fight. Alex gets involved. I don't know what is next now at this point. My two biggest enemies in my entire career are fighting against me, but I got the Lanterns on my side, and who knows who else is going to join this entire war. But one thing is for sure, it doesn't matter. You can get whoever you want. Doesn't matter who Kingpin recruits, doesn't matter who Alex recruits. Me and the Lanterns and whoever else I gotta bring are gonna put you fucks through hell. And we're gonna come out of this war on top. And you know, I think it'll be finally time to move on from Alex after that. He's been a thorn in my side my entire career here in CAW. And I'm moving on. This ends at Danger Zone. And after that, Alex, I'm done with you. You can move on. You can go after that WWN heavyweight title. You can go. Stay out of my business. Because I'm done with you. Danger Zone. It all ends. We're gonna go through hell to end all of this. And through hell or high water, I'm gonna be the one putting you down for the 3 and walking out on top and moving on. Maybe finally get myself a piece of gold in NGR. Maybe a championship and go for a championship in MWA. Maybe I'll just go after the heavyweight champion in World Wide Wrestling Network. But all I know, it's over. We're going to war. Me, the Lanterns, Team Omega, whatever you want to call us. We're coming out on top. And then, done. See you soon, bud.